and 21.
Commissioner Contra, first assistant prosecuting attorney on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stuart Collis on behalf of Mr. Mercer. This is a time and date set for a preliminary exam. It's my understanding that the alleged victim in this case is not here, and we would move to dismiss at this time.
Your Honor, that is correct. She is not here, but I do have some information that I would like to put on the record and share with the court, specifically that the people's understanding upon information and belief is that the defendant had been in contact with the victim in early February via jail calls, which were a violation of bond conditions, and the substance of those jail calls in part were that he did not want her to come to court, and that if she didn't come to court, the cases were going to be dismissed. Based on that information, Judge Simpson revoked the defendant's privileges to make jail calls. Furthermore, the prosecutor's office charged the defendant with witness intimidation. That's a felony. He is set for a probable cause conference on March 2nd with Judge Simpson. Cash bail is $25,000 surety, cash surety on that. So the last thing I'll say is I just served counsel, Mr. Collis, and the court with a forfeiture by wrongdoing motion with the people's intent to use statements based on the defendant's actions of preventing this witness from coming to court, from coming to court. And I don't know if Mr. Collis is ready to proceed today. I just literally gave it to him this morning. But that's the reason for people's position on not being able to proceed with that witness, but we do have a valid motion.
Mr. Collis.
Your Honor, I appreciate the people filed this motion. However, they've had the opportunity to file this motion for 3 or 4 weeks, and they have not done so. They've instead filed the witness intimidation charges and served this motion today. The witness intimidation charges were filed a couple of weeks ago, I think, and I was appointed to that, which is again to be heard on this Thursday. In listening briefly to the phone calls, because Mr. Ganatra provided me with the phone calls a week ago Friday, and then of course we've had a power outage that has knocked me out of commission for basically Wednesday through Sunday, and I had Ganatra provided me with the phone calls a week ago Friday. Obviously, I haven't been able to do much more than cursorily review them, but in reviewing them, it doesn't sound like to me that Mr. Mercer is in any way trying to coerce Ms. Dunis from showing up here today. In fact, it's her asking him what to do. I've had no fewer than 5 or 6 phone calls from Ms. Dunis about essentially asking me what to do. And of course, I've not returned those calls because of course I can't advise her as Mr. Mercer's attorney on what she or should not or do. It does not appear that Ms. Dunis is going to be a cooperative witness. And here's the end run story about this all, Your Honor. Let's assume for the sake of argument that we do get through and the people get their wish and they get a forfeiture by wrongdoing. Get to trial, none of these statements are going to be admissible anyways, and then the case is going to get dismissed. So it seems like a long end run to get to the same place. So if the people feel that they can go at some point in time, let them go at that point in time. But today, as it stands, and after several adjournments, I would ask that this case be dismissed.
Your rebuttal?
Well, actually, the forfeiture by wrongdoing carry over into circuit court as well, the motion. Furthermore, there'll be I would expect a 27B(c) motion as well to be filed by the prosecutor in circuit court because the defendant does have a prior DV conviction with the victim that's listed on this case, on these 2 cases.
Based upon the information the prosecutor has shared with the court, I will deny the motion to dismiss. You're requesting an adjournment.
Yes, Your Honor, it's going to take time to respond to this motion. Obviously, I just got served with it this morning. May we approach, Your Honor?
Sure.
Well, his witness isn't available 28. I'm okay with that. But here's the other thing. My client, when I was, jailed, basically, like, I want to go today. There's no intel on it for today, obviously. And of course, it became, I want to fire you because, of course, he's not getting his way, which I don't care one way or the other. But you know.
Is the
I-
next time that he remains available is the 28th? Is that? the one?
Yeah, and that means that the next available date after that's gonna be sometime in April, which I would assume would be like April 21. The other option, of course, is go with a different judge.
I was just gonna say, can't we just set it?
It doesn't matter what judge we have.
You know, and
Okay, how soon can you be ready to do it?
I think vote,
1
yeah.
week or 2 weeks?
Well, I think this is my fault because we're gonna have to wait until getting set for exam
On Thursday.
on Thursday. So that would mean that it's gonna be essentially a week from Tuesday. That's it. I would just say that
So 2
whatever
weeks.
judge, yeah, whatever
2
judge
weeks.
that's gonna be,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you know who's gonna be here doing the exams 2 weeks from today?
2 weeks from today, I'm not sure. I can check. I'm not sure it's going to be able to check with that judge, but for approval, but I'll reach out.
We could just set it through somebody.
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna be here for sure.
Sure, I
There are
would
2
hope
people
so.
here, so.
Something.
I asked for new representation, by the way, sir. I don't know why he did not mention this, but I chose to fire this individual, sir.
Well-
I would like to report.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he hasn't.
We'll go with that in just a minute.
All right. I'm not quite sure why he didn't mention that first.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. All right, my understanding is that the witness is not available on the 28th. And the defendant is going to have a PCC Thursday. So it was suggested that the best date to adjourn this, not making him wait that long, would be 2 weeks. And Judge Burke is here 2 weeks from today. So I'm going to adjourn the matters to Judge Burke's docket 2 weeks from today at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, my client, as he indicated and I indicated at the bench, now also wishes new representation.
That's the way it works, Mr. Mercer. Everyone is entitled to, if a person's indigent, meaning
Right.
has no cash, everybody's entitled to be represented by an attorney.
Right.
However, the Constitution doesn't say you get to choose your attorney. Mr. Collis has been in practice a long time. I know him to be a competent criminal attorney, so your request for a new attorney is denied.
May I tell you my reason?
No.
I-
What you mean your reason why you want him?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, now here's that, sir, I was aware that this was going to happen since the last court date that I came to. Now, I'm very, very confident and sure that he was aware of this as well.
What is this was going to happen? What do you mean this?
Forfeiture by this motion,
Forfeiture by
this
Ron.
motion. This was discussed at the last,
Well,
which was 2 weeks ago, sir.
that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that basically that was one of the things that Mr. Ganatra mentioned, but he also he mentioned the fact that he alleges, that's the people's position, that the witness isn't here because of your having asked her or told her not to be here.
Right.
So
This motion, which-
regardless of whether this motion was filed, I'm stating regardless of whether this motion was filed, the court would exercise its discretion and I would have adjourned it anyway based upon the representation.
Absolutely, and I'm not denying
Okay.
that, sir. My thing is this, sir, is that 5 minutes ago was that's the last time he has talked to me. I've been incarcerated for over a month. This gentleman has seen me a total of today and then the last court date. I have been blindsided by all of this stuff, but he's been aware of everything. So I'm just sitting in here, and I understand that you would have made your decision regardless, but you know what? I understand where you're coming from. And the fact of the matter also, sir, is that what he's saying about, it's my understanding that, the accused victim has actually said that I'm pretty sure that they've he's just not saying everything that needs to be said. He's not sticking up for me, sir. He's not doing his job, in my opinion.
All right, I stand on my ruling. Mr. Collis will continue to be your lawyer. I'm sure that if he needs to see you between now and the next court date,
I really hope so.
see you.
I definitely hope so.
We're done discussing.
Thank you.
that.
Have a nice day.
Madam Council, close on an unrelated matter.
You may.
One of my colleagues said that we're not muted at our bench conference, just an FYI.
Okay.
All right.
How do I accomplish that? They said I wasn't muted at the bench. I didn't know that I had.
Oh, you know,
I'm so
went
sorry.
over it by once or twice, you know.
I was sworn it was.
Yeah, this one should always be read when it's recording. Chris, and I apologize. I should have
Okay.
mentioned that.
So,
I'm still learning the system myself.
but again, like I thought that down, maybe. Okay,
Well, here, one second.
I know I didn't touch it, but